Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Alrighty, welcome to the On Deck. Yes, we are a little bit early tonight, but we have a special edition of the Russell Shoot tonight. I hope you guys can actually stay on and watch it. So, Big B, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Lovely day in Minnesota today. So, gonna watch some baseball action and Russell Shoot. Why not?
Yeah, I can't beat that. It's a great day here in the Pacific Northwest. Also, it's really sunny and nice breeze and everything. So, let's get down to it. We have a busy list of topics to talk about. And Big B, you mentioned something earlier today about the Oakland Athletics. What's going on down there?
Yeah, it looks like they are putting in a request to either get a new stadium, which they've been working on, or they're going to finally move out of Oakland. For me, it'd be kind of weird not seeing the Athletics in Oakland, but I mean, they do need a new stadium. I mean, there's been a lot of reports that stadium is crumbling really fast, and they've been battling with the city and the state to get them a new stadium finances. So they finally had enough, and they're threatening to leave.
Yeah, because I know the Athletics started over in Philadelphia when they became a team and so forth. And with that, with the stadium, I mean, we got the LA or the Oakland Raiders left last season to Las Vegas, where their stadium kind of looks like the Death Star over there. Then and on the NBA side, you have the Golden State Warriors. All they do is they just moved across the bay on the Golden State Bridge to San Francisco, and that kind of just left Oakland with just one pro team. And you nail it right on the spot. That stadium is just not worth even keeping. I mean, I know the Rays have issues with attendance and everything else, but at least their stadium works.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem I've been hearing throughout the years is the plumbing issues. You know, they don't got accommodation in the restrooms. Half of them are closed. There's long lines. I mean, it looks like it would be a lovely place to watch a ball game. I mean, they got plenty of seating, but, you know, you can't get people in there if you're going to play in a spot that needs work. So
that's true. They've been in there since 1968. Yeah. Or no, they've been in Oakland since 1968. I think it was like the 80s that they actually went into that stadium. And like there's been no renovations going on and so forth. And I honestly don't know what the Oakland, like the city of Oakland, what they want or what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're doing a lot of duct tape and Gorilla Glue work on it, and it's just not working. So they got to put money into it. I mean, they're also going to lose another franchise.
All right. Do you think Oakland will actually stay in Oakland?
I'd like to see them too, but, you know, right now money talks, and, you know, Vegas has been the hotspot for a lot of teams being rumored to move there. So if Vegas is willing to put up the money, I mean, I can see a lot of Oakland moving there for sure. I know, you know, there's talks other states and cities wants teams, but I think Vegas is probably the front runner right now.
All right, and it looks like this is not the first time that the A's actually put in building projects or a stadium project, and it's always been like turned down by the city of Oakland. You nailed it on the Las Vegas. That could be a good place to play. Again, they got the LA Raiders there now, and I think it was a few years ago they actually had the NBA All-Star game there once before, even though there's no NBA team there.
Yeah, and then you know, just 4 or 5 years ago now, the hockey team's been there. So, and everybody loves what they've done with the hockey stadium and stuff like that. So, I mean, if Oakland moves there, I mean, they could do a lot with baseball and the revenue and, you know, 81 games in Vegas. I mean, what better can you ask for?
Okay, well. Speaking of moving to different cities, what other cities do you think you could see teams going to?
Uh, Nashville's probably one that is up and coming. I know Portland's, they started wanting to be a bigger city and want some teams up there. I'm trying to think where else would be something good. Buffalo, but I mean, now you talk about three teams up in New York playing baseball. I mean, you got Toronto playing in Buffalo right now. They're minor league affiliate stadium. So, but yeah, I think Vegas, Nashville, and probably Portland will probably be the sites I would start looking at, and maybe even I hate to say it, Mexico City, because I know football's been trying to expand there. So why not go there too?
Will it be better than London?
Yeah, I can't see baseball going to London. So
Yeah. With that being said, like I could see Portland being a spot right there. I already have a team name for them called the Portland Hoods because they got because they got Mount Hood right there, and you're staying
okay.
Hood right there. But I think that's a long shot. My other places is Edmonton, Vancouver, of course Montreal, and Nashville is a big one. Yeah, Nashville is a big one. That's a growing city and so forth. And but if they go to Nashville, I mean, I think baseball is gonna have to realign all the divisions with that.
Yeah, I think you're right. If they go anywhere but Vegas and probably Portland, they would have to realign the divisions again. They go to Vegas, they can keep the A's name and just drop the athletic part, just be called Las Vegas A's or the 4A's or something. So, but if they go to Nashville, they could be Nashville Notes or Music. I don't know. So,
Yeah, definitely. What other teams do you think that you could see be moving? I can see the Tampa Bay, of course, being one of them. Is there any other teams that like shoot out to you?
Toronto could be one, but I could see them just sliding over and going to Montreal because I know Montreal's been wanting a team. Yeah, Tampa Bay is the only other one that really kind of sticks out that I could see moving anytime soon. I think all the other teams are pretty locked in, getting new stadiums and stuff. So it'd be hard to see, teams moving after getting those new stadiums. I mean, maybe the Rockies might be another team, a long shot team that might move. But outside of that, I think you nailed it, though. I think Toronto's probably the Tampa Bay Rays will probably be the one that moves with Oakland.
Yeah, I can honestly see like down the future if Seattle doesn't win like playoff games or get to the playoffs, I can see that Seattle could be a potential moving out. Because who really wants to go to a ball or to a game knowing that your team is not going to make the playoffs year after year after year? I mean,
yeah, we've had that battle in Minnesota here for a while too, when we had the dome and be a quarter full and you could sit anywhere. So and then Gardy came in and turned it around a little bit, and we made the playoffs, but we couldn't get past the first round. So I get your feeling on that one.
yeah, and I really do hope the Mariners stay to at least one playoff game. So.
I can't see Seattle leaving. I mean, they've been there how long? And they just built that stadium too, or how long has that stadium been around?
It was finished in 1999. It was first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was kind of interesting because they mostly use private funds or public funds or something like that. It wasn't really paid by the city. So it's like an interesting dynamic with that stadium because it was a Safeco Field, which is an insurance company, and now it's T-Mobile Park.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool stadium. I've been there a few times. I enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's one thing too. I know a lot of people that aren't sport fans are upset that the state's paying for the stadiums and stuff, which I get it. If you're not going to enjoy it, why pay for it? That's where the owners, I think, need to step up and fork over a big chunk of change to get that. And had the state donate the land to them, and let them do whatever they want. So we'll see. But Oakland's a hot topic right now, so I can see, we'll see where that plays out towards the end of this year.
Yeah, one last thing on the stadiums. Like, one of my lifetime bucket lists is to get to every single baseball stadium, current baseball stadium at least, and so forth. And hopefully in June I can go to one I have not been to quite yet. So
Okay.
I'm excited. Hopefully I'm getting excited for that one right there. So with that being said, I mean, there's been a lot of strong pitching happening this season. I think that strikeouts are up like 17% this year. I mean, it's ridiculous. And also, we have 4 no-hitters like in less than a month or within inside a month.
We call it 5 here.
Oh, yeah, definitely 5. Madison Bumgarner, you do deserve that no-hitter. And I remember our last show, we gave him a certificate, just simply giving him that no-hitter.
Yeah.
So what is your takes on the pitching this year?
Man, I don't know. It's kind of, I think they said they did something different with the ball, which I can't think would make that big of a difference. I don't know if it's the short season, the hitters aren't in tune yet. But yeah, there's been a lot of, great pitching. I mean, DeGrom's pitching out of his mind, but now he's on the DL. We've had, man, I can't even count how many close no-hitters we've had. We almost had a perfect game a few weeks ago. Like you said, strikeouts are up, 16, 17%, I think. But the home runs, I think, are kind of on pace to be where they've been at the last few years. The runs are, down a little bit, I would say. I haven't seen any numbers, but, maybe the young guns are, fired up and ready to pitch, and, the hitters just haven't got their timing yet.
Yeah, back in 2019, we saw over 6,700 home runs, which was a record in the 162 season. And what I read was that they changed the stitching of the ball. So I think the pitchers have a better grip with the stitching. And Blake Snell of the San Diego Padres, he even said that he knows the difference with the baseball already. And he says he feels like he has better movement with it, better control with the ball. So I think that is playing in a huge factor with that. And also maybe having that extra rest as well for the pitchers. So I think that could be, like I said, be a good indication also what you just said right there. But, do you know how many – do you know the record of no-hitters there are in the MLB?
For a season or a career?
For a season.
For a season? I want to say it's probably 6 or 7. I can't believe it'd be any more than that in a season.
Actually, back in 1886, it was 8.
Oh, okay.
That's when it said. That's when it said. And in the modern time, we reached like 7 3 times. It was back in, I believe, 91, 92, and 2012. So with that being said, do you think the no-hitter record could it be broken this year?
So the record's 8. We're at technically 4. I mean, we'll go with MLB on this one, but coast to coast says 5. So 4, and that's within the first month of the season. We got what, 3.5 months left. So I would love to see it be broken, but I think the hitters are going to start coming around here within the next couple months and get their timing down. So I would say if we get another 3 within the next month or 2, then yeah, the record's going to be broken, I think, because somebody in September, late August, early September will throw one. Some AAA guy that comes up will probably throw one that nobody's heard of. So, if they can get a couple more here within the next month and 2, like I said, I can see the record being broken.
Okay. I do too. I think it will be great to watch. And it's crazy. Like the 4 pitchers that have done it, they're not big name pitchers. Because you got Musgrove, John Means from Baltimore, Rodon from the White Sox, and I'm missing someone that's skipping my mind. Who am I missing? All right.
Okay,
Looks like-
I'm sorry that I take care of something.
that's all right. That's all right.
Who'd you say?
Well, I got Musgrove from the Padres. I
Yep.
got Rodon from the White Sox. Then we got John Means from Baltimore. Madison Bumgarner with a asterisk from
Yep.
Arizona. I'm missing someone else.
The White Sox guy, Rowan,
Yeah, that was Rodon.
Rodon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember the fourth one. So we can pull it up here quick. Let's see here. What?
And yes, Danny Quinton's, all records can be broken. I totally agree.
Yeah. Miley.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. He just threw one May 7th.
Okay.
So.
Oh. Yeah, I think it was right after John Means from Baltimore that did it to my Mariners.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Yes, and yes, Katie, you are right. All records can be broken, except for a couple, probably.
Yeah, I can't see Cal Ripken's record being broken. How many straight games being played? I don't think that's ever.
Well, I mean, you would. I mean, and with analytics now, yeah, that record's not going to be broken. I mean, you would have to come up, maybe 19 years old and start from day one, I think. So.
Yeah, I actually found something about the new baseballs from Mark Feinsand with the MLB.com.
Okay.
And he mentioned that Rawlings has loosened the tension on the first 3 wool windings within the ball. They believe that the adjustments will bring the cord down slightly, and also lessening the ball's weight by 2.8 grams. So, I think we're gonna see up some velocity.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the end of the year totals are compared to previous years for hitting and pitching. I mean, right now, yeah, pitching's on fire. So.
Yeah, no, I do not need to choose another team, and they're not the Seattle Miners. We're the Seattle Losers. Get it right. We don't know what winning is. We don't know what the playoffs are, or we have not been to the World Series yet. So
yeah, that is odd that you guys have. Don't you guys own the best record in baseball too, or close to it?
Yeah, we tied the best record with the Chicago Cubs back in 2001 with 160 games wins, but we lost the playoffs in the first round.
Yeah, that was with Johnson Jr. and Rodriguez, right? That group of people.
Johnson wasn't there.
Okay.
He went to Houston, then went to Arizona.
Okay.
Everyone forgets he went to Houston.
I didn't forget he went to Houston. I thought he was there for that breaking season. So
no, he left in the '90s, in the late '90s.
Okay.
Back in '95, that was the closest when the Mariners got it. They made it to the championship or the AL championship game.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of is the '95 season. So.
Yeah, I was against the Indians that they lost to, where the Indians played the Marlins in the World Series, and so
okay.
forth. All right, so let's kind of a little bit stick to let's go to the batting. Let's go on to the offensive side of the subject, including it kind of goes hand in hand with pitchers. The bat flip, yay or nay?
Oh, I like it. I mean, I think the pitchers need to just kind of and the opposing team, I think, just needs to let it go. Baseball needs some kind of excitement. I mean. Some guy hits a game-winning shot. Let him flip the bat. I think that's one thing baseball's missing is not saying the celebration so much, but just the excitement. I mean, yeah, he runs around the bases, then gets mobbed by his team. Jersey ripped, hats off. Let the guy enjoy the first trot. Let him flip the bat. Especially like I said, a game-winning shot, maybe if it's his first home run too, but, if he's, like Barry Bonds or somebody that's hit him all the time and he flips the bat in the middle of a, third inning when he just jacked a home run, okay, maybe say something. But if it's a game-winning shot or somebody's, first home run. Let them enjoy it. They don't get too many of those.
I agree with the bat flip. I mean, if you know it's a no doubt home run, I mean, go ahead and flip it and stare down the pitcher. I think our good friend Will Polson said something regarding that. I mean, I think he said he probably stared down the pitcher, and he said if he was the pitcher, he would like welcome it. I think.
Well, yeah, I think you have to. I mean, because the pitchers. I mean, if you look at it, some of the pitchers have their little celebration after a strikeout, a big strikeout or something. So why can't the hitters have a bat flip to do and stare them down? Yeah, tell them. What was it in Major League 2? Was it where Wild Thing says, "Hey, if you can name this pitch, you can. If you can hit it, you can rename it." And I can't remember the hitter's name. Hit it, and I ain't gonna say what he called it, but yeah, I would. I mean, sure, you're gonna challenge me. I'm gonna challenge you right back. So. Yeah, I'm for the bat flip, especially in game-winning situations.
Okay, who do you think put the bat flip on the map? Who do you think did that?
Oh, well, God, there's been so many guys that have done the bat flip. I mean, Tatis Jr. I'm trying to think of some older guys. Ricky Henderson kind of had a bat flip, like a turnaround on his way to first base once in a while. So, I mean, let him do it.
Yeah, I think it was Jose Batista in the playoff game where he hit that home run.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Did he just toss it way up in the air? And, yeah. Batista was the one I was thinking of. I just couldn't think of his name. So,
where did Batista go? Did he go to boxing? Because I know him and Texas Ranger got into it. Or Odor. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, second base, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, that was almost as good as the Nolan Ryan Robin Ventura fight. So.
I know. I enjoyed that one. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's move on a little bit. Okay, so quick question for you: who you got, Bonds or Griffey?
I was looking at the stats, studying them. Bonds played pretty much 100 plus games every year except for one. Griffey, I think, was like 14 seasons playing every over 100 games. If Bonds would have stayed Barry Bonds of Pirates, I would probably say Barry Bonds.
Okay.
But I like Griffey. I like his swing. I like what he brought to the game. And I kind of wish he would have played more because I think he would be the all-time home runs leader. So overall, I gotta take Griffey. I like Griffey. I mean, I like Bonds too, pre-Giants. But I gotta go with the kid.
I have to agree with you, not because he is my all-time favorite player of the world. It's what he did for baseball. I mean, he did it clean. Like even when he retired, and he was like one vote off of an anonymous decision for the Hall of Fame. One vote. And I'm still looking for that baseball writer so we can have a little chit chat about that one. But for Griffey, if it wasn't for his injuries, I think he would definitely be in the 700 club.
Oh yeah.
Maybe be the home run leader, but
And that's the thing that we talked about last episode about the DH. If the NL would have had the DH back then, Griffey could have DH more in the NL and probably would have, been in the 700 club for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And what do Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. have in common?
They bat left-handed.
Well, no, there's something else.
What does Barry Bonds and Griffey have in common? They used to like to wear their hats backwards, I think.
Well, Griffey wore Brett better.
Oh, yeah, Griffey did wear better. I don't know. What do they got in common?
They both do not have a World Series ring. Yes, that Barry Bonds was in a World Series, but he never appeared, or he never won one.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good topic. Good question. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And also, guess what? Griffey's in the Hall of Fame. Bonds is not.
Yeah, that's That's a touchy subject for some. I mean, depends on where you believe the home run record is what side of bonds you're going to be on. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. So the Angels made a transaction over this last weekend, and what's your thoughts on it? They let Albert Pujols go.
yeah, that was, I think, kind of shocked everybody to a point, and I think some people are like, well, he's batting, this, what, a buck 32 or something, and I think the surprising of what's his face? I can't think of his name now. It just slipped my mind. Ohtani. I think kind of led to that. So, I hope Pujols plays again. I know there's been ties with the Yankees, the White Sox, and I kind of hope he goes back to St. Louis. I know our buddy Will would agree with me on that. So, I wouldn't mind him in Minnesota, but I know we got a nice designated hitter already, and I don't know how well he can play first base, but I'd take him over Sano any day in Minnesota.
I mean, I know he's batting buck 32. I think he'll fit well with the Mariners. I think last week their highest batting average was 254.
Wow.
Now someone actually got to the 270s, but I mean, I don't see him going there, and I have a hard time seeing him going to the Cardinals.
Yeah, if it was the DH, I think he'd go to the Cardinals for sure. But
I don't think that would happen either.
Really,
because you got Yadier Molina there, who doesn't provide that much offense, in my opinion, and he's an aging star as well. Why would you put two aging stars who are not hitting? I mean, that's where I struggle with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't think any moves are going to be made right now with Pujols until probably a month or two to kind of see where the teams are at and see what kind of needs are met. I just saw something too that the Yankees are kind of looking to do the same thing with Sanchez, I think it was, their catcher, because he's not producing at all either. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, we always say baseball is a marathon, not a sprint. So, and it's day by day. So,
yeah, that is true. That is true. And
did you see that Trout broke down when they asked him about Pujols in the interview? And so he's taking it to heart there. So, the guy's played for forever. It seems like so.
And also, what's also Tony La Russa, the manager for the White Sox, he said that he would not take Pujols because we all know that he was the manager for Pujols during the Cardinals days, and he said, I have to give him props. He says he's not a good fit for the team.
Yeah, being a fit for
lost Big B there.
Oh, I'm here.
You're there?
Yeah, I don't know if it's my connection or yours, but we can. I saw La Russa say that.
Okay.
He knows his team better than we do. So he said he's not a good fit. He's not a good fit, but that's kind of shocking that he wouldn't entertain the idea.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Also in the MLB news today, that the Yankees, one of the coaches test positive for COVID-19, and I guess the game was up in the air, but I guess they're playing right now actually against Tampa Bay. So I take it they're playing the game now.
Yep, it's 1-0, top of 2. Other games going on right now. You got the Cubs over the Indians 2-1. Phillies over the Nationals. That game just got started. That's 1-0. And it looks like Red Sox and Athletics, and Red Sox are up by 1.
Yep. And also in news today, I don't know if you knew that Tatis actually tested positive on Monday.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, with 2 other players for San Diego. So,
okay.
So that I'm actually okay with that. I mean, not getting COVID, I'm not okay with that. Stay healthy. but this is one player I've been like I want to see play. He came from the Korean league over there. Ha Sung Kim.
Okay.
I mean, I looked at his stats, and he's about I think he's about 26 years old, and he's averaging about 25 to 30 home runs in the last 5 seasons.
Jeez.
Yes, and he played shortstop, and you can't really replace Tatis with him. But I'm actually kind of excited to see what he can do on the field on the American side.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, he's in the lineup today. I mean, he's only batting $190 right now for the Padres, but yeah, we'll see what he can do. I mean, he's got to show it, and if he shows it, the Padres just add more to their riches that they already have. So
pretty much, and you know what? I kind of want to go to Korea or Japan and watch one of those games there.
That would be something to go there. I don't know if you remember the movie Mr. 3000 with Tom Selleck.
No, that's Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball, yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Baseball. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to go over there and see how they treat the game compared to how we treat the game. Because they're more of historians and traditionalists. So it'd be interesting to go over there and just catch a game or two.
Well, also like the fans, they are like loud with all the like little instruments that they bring and everything else. I mean,
exactly.
I think that's very intriguing. Since you brought up Mr. Baseball, what's your favorite scene of that movie?
I think it's when he at the end of the game there, where the coach tells him to go for the record and swing away, and he's like, "Really? I'm gonna, if I do this, I could break your record." He's like, "I know," and then he lays down the bunt, and gets the first. So I think that's pretty neat scene.
Yeah, my favorite part is when he's in the clubhouse and he was about to get into the water, or he actually went into the water, and like everyone's like staring at him and they're like, "What are you doing? That's where we go. I mean, we go."
Yeah, in it they got a shower and then take a bath or something. Ain't that what the saying is, or something like that? I don't know. They got so many iconic scenes, especially when he's in the clubhouse. And he puts the guy's shoe on fire, and it's kind of disrespectful to them. So,
yeah, definitely. And also, I have more news actually for you. I'm kind of been filling in with news today.
All right.
Trevor Story of the Colorado Rockies.
He got traded.
He hasn't been traded yet, but he's linked to a team already.
Ooh.
Can you guess the team?
Jeez, he's a shortstop. Could probably play third or second too, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'll go with the obvious team, the Yankees.
That is correct.
No.
That is correct.
God, I wanted to be wrong.
No, I guess Gabriel Torres is like. I guess he's been having some struggles, and I don't know. I think Story can start a new story away from the Rockies, and I think the Rockies really need to dismantle their team. My opinion. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, they already started this offseason by trading their third baseman, so I think they got Blackman left and Story left to get rid of. So, I mean, yeah, it's just sad how Story had that first great year or two, year and a half, and then he's kind of just, took a nosedive after that. So,
I know. And was it Troy Tulowitzki actually also came from Colorado?
Yeah, Story's the one that replaced him. I think Tulowitzki, tried to play outfield after that to stay with the team, and they just traded him, I think. So,
that's crazy. That is crazy. All right, so I got a quick question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So I was looking at the standings today or throughout the week and everything else. Give me your insight of the Twins' thought process this year or so far right now.
Man, I was looking at their stats and typical baseball for the Twins. You got high hopes for them, and then they turn around and you got 6, 7 guys batting under 200, and you got like 3 guys batting over 300, and you got the rest of the team right there between 2 and 250. The pitching hasn't come around like we thought it would. Game in and game out, the bullpen is struggling, and we can't win the extra inning games. So I hope we turn it around, but right now it's not looking good. They're gonna have to do something. I don't know what that is. They're gonna have to maybe do a team only meeting, or they're gonna have to make some kind of big move or something to put fire under this club.
Yeah, didn't Brian Buxton go down?
Yeah, he went down just recently with a little hammy injury, I believe, 10 days. So, and that's the big surprise right there is how he's been playing. I mean, he's already been in talks with ties to early candidacy for MVP, which, a few years ago I would have thought was crazy. But to see him put it together right now, I'm glad he's getting some recognition there.
Yeah, that is true. And Nelson Cruz is still doing well for his age, and I'm still kind of upset that we got rid of him.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I know Nelson Cruz probably hasn't seen the field in, 6, 7 years, roughly. So, yeah, to be able to DH, that's one positive thing about the DH is, it extends your career. So how long could he go? Who knows?
All right, so let's see how much you know about your team stat really fast. So
Okay.
Who has the best ERA?
Who? Without looking, I'll have to go with Maeda.
Who again?
Maeda, the starter.
No, it's actually Padina.
Okay, yeah, they like him for some reason. So he's been throwing the ball really good.
Yeah, his ERA is at 2.43. So I'm going over to the Mariners side of stats, and Kikuchi, who's starting tonight against LA. Good luck. His ERA is 4.30, the best for the Mariners.
No way! Wow. Yeah. So what does your Mariners have to do to turn it around?
I don't know. They had a rough weekend. They were in Texas. I watched a lot of those games over the weekend against Texas.
Okay.
Well, I was actually last week was Baltimore and Texas were rough games for the Mariners because we know they got shut out against John Means, who, if you look up his stats, he's a good pitcher. He's a good pitcher.
Yeah.
But the weekend was not good for the Mariners whatsoever. That's all I can say about that one. They lost 2 out of 3 against the Rangers, but the Mariners are still holding on into that third, only 2 games back still in the first place. Tonight they play against the Dodgers and LA against Burley, or no, is it Burley? Yeah, against Burley, and I don't think that's going to happen. That's not going to go so well for the Mariners on that one. 270 is the best batting average for the Mariners, and Nelson Cruz for the Twins is batting 294.
Buxton's out 370. Yeah.
It's crazy, but I think in June we're going to start seeing everything start settling down because I think some of the picks I picked who are going to win their respective. Chris, no. We talked about this last night, Chris. We talked about this last night, okay? But I gotta say that our picks, or at least my picks, are coming close for who I picked, except for the AL West. So the Giants and Boston Red Sox are the 2 teams that are surprising me right now.
Yeah, and I'm surprised the Blue Jays aren't doing what they're doing, and of course my Twins. But I think the NL, I think we're all nailing the NL right now. With our picks, Dodgers, Padres are going to be battling, Braves are up there, so we'll see where it goes. We still got months ahead of us.
Well, you got the Giants who are in first place in NL West.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
that's a little surprising.
Well, their run differential is their runs scored minus the runs against. They're at plus 31.
Okay.
And the Dodgers are at plus 32.
Yeah, did we talk about it last week? The NL East run differential was all bad except for the Marlins. They have,
Yeah.
it still is.
Still is.
Marlins are plus 17. Everybody else is negative. So,
But look at the White Sox. I mean, they're at plus 53.
yeah, White Sox. Yeah, they've turned it on recently. The Royals kind of faltered. Twins are at a -2, so they're about even. And then you got the Tigers, -66. So I think that's probably the worst right now. And we all thought it was going to be Pittsburgh, and they're last, but they're not as bad as Detroit.
I'm glad we're not bad as Detroit, so that gives me hope.
Yeah.
All right, so we've been doing our Mount Rushmore. Did you get your Mount Rushmore?
For pitching, reliever / closers, yeah, I got a decent list here, I think.
All right, let me hear it. I want to see where we stand.
Well, I think the top three are kind of a no-doubter. Rivera, Hoffman, and Lee. I mean, those guys are iconic closers. I honestly really struggled with number 4. I thought about Eckersley, but then, he had a lot of starts in there and then turned himself into a closer. So, like I said, I was looking. I kind of settled on Minnesota's Twins closer, Joe Nathan. I think he has some iconic saves. I think he holds the record for the Twins in most saves in a career. So I could have probably thrown anybody in the 4th spot and been okay with, but I thought I'd give some love to the Twins, and Joe Nathan is my 4th guy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah, I got Rivera also. I put Billy Wagner in there and Trevor Hoffman. And I believe his name is Joe Thornton for the White Sox. He was like pretty much the setup specialist for the White Sox. I mean, he was a beast when he was out there, just knocking 1, 2, 3 every time. So I have to put him in there. And Suzuki for the Mariners. I mean, yeah, he got injured falling down the stairs, but I mean, he was like the highlight for the Mariners during that time, and it's not Ichiro Suzuki. No. To let everyone know that. So yeah, speaking of Ichiro, he's like the only player that had his first name on the jersey.
Yeah, because that's the only name he really goes by now, ain't it? Is Ichiro? I don't think he goes by Suzuki anymore. I think it's all Ichiro.
That must be easy to like fill out your name or something on application or something like that. Saying,
but ain't that what they do Ain't that what they do over in Japan too? Don't they put the first name on the jerseys? Is that why he did it over here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll have to do some research for next week's show and find out. Unless one of our lovely viewers can come up with the answer for us. So
yeah, if you're watching the show, just comment. If you put a question down, and we'll make the show interactive, and we'll talk and all that stuff.
As long as it doesn't say "Go Rangers."
Yeah, that's a sort of subject right there. So we're gonna probably have to report that comment. So
yeah.
So I'm excited. Did you know that, Big B? I'm excited.
Well, what are you excited for? Because baseball's already started. It's not Christmas time yet. So what could you be excited for?
I know baseball's already started, but speaking of on deck, guess who's on deck next?
Well, who's on deck next?
Russell Shoot, and they have a special guest.
Yes. My childhood idol in wrestling. Well, one of them. I had many. One half of the Rockers, Midnight Rockers for the AWA and WWE, Mr. Marty Jannetty. I wish I could be on that show with them because I have so many questions I'd like to ask Mr. Jannetty.
I can just see the comments blowing up during that time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to, there's some, I mean, but yeah, he definitely, got a short end of the stick in WWF, I believe.
Yeah, that's true, and that's true, and that's why we're on early because we want to make sure the Rush or Shoot guys and Marty Jannetty actually have all the time they can have to with questions, stories. I bet you there's gonna be some cool stories that are gonna be said.
Well, they did a recording before they joined Coast to Coast with Mr. Jannetty, and it was so long they had to do a two-parter, so it was almost like a mini series. So yeah, we want to definitely give them all the time in the world to just let it all go, and I can't wait to listen to them. I'm a big wrestling guy, and I know you are, Sarge. So
I am. So I think it's time for us to close out the show. So next week we're going to give our fantasy lineup with our starting pitchers next week. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I got it set up already. So yeah, if we're gonna close out now, yeah, that's probably let's go.
Yeah, and also we may have a new analyst on the show, so that'll be exciting as well. So with that being said, this is Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. You're watching the On Deck with Big B and the Sarge. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and make sure you join in for a very special Wrestle Shoot.
Yes, join in for Wrestle Shoot. Have a good one.